Good day viewers, I welcome you to this channel. Today we'll be solving problems on equality of surds. And look at this example. Say find the square root of the following. Number 1, 12 plus 2 root 35. Now let the square root of this equals root m plus root n. Then we square it. So let the square root of this equals this. So this becomes 12 plus 2 root 35 is equal to, this is root m, we write it twice, root plus root n, we do that again, we are multiplying it again, plus root n. So expanding the right hand side, we have 12 plus 2 root 35 is equal to root m times root m, that's root m square. So the square cancels the root, we are left with m. So this becomes root m times root m is m. Root m times root n, that's plus root mn. So root n times root m plus root mn. Then root n times root n, that's plus n. Plus n. So this becomes 12 plus 2 root 35 is equal to m plus root mn plus root mn, that's 2 root mn plus n. So 12 plus 2 root 35 is equal to m. Let's collect this together, let's group them. M plus n plus 2 root mn. So comparing, let's compare. Now we'll compare the sides that have the root, the terms with the root, and also we'll compare the terms that don't have the root. So here we have m plus n and 12. So 12 is equal to m plus n. That means m plus n is equal to 12. Let's call this equation 1. And for this terms with the root, we have 2 root 35 is equal to 2 root mn. So if we cancel 2, if 2 cancels out, then we cancel the root like that. We are left with 35 is equal to mn. So mn is equal to 35. So let's call this equation 2. Now from equation 1, m plus n is equal to 12. So let's make m the subject. So m is equal to 12 minus n. Let's call this equation 3 because we still need it. Now we substitute m is equal to 12 minus n into equation 2. When we do that, we have, anywhere we see m, we plug in 12 minus n. So here we have 12 minus n bracket n here is equal to 35. So expanding this, we have n times 12, that's 12n, minus n times n is n squared, equals 35. So this is same as 12n minus n squared. Bring this to the left hand side, minus 35 is equal to 0. Let's rearrange. Minus n squared plus 12n minus 35 is equal to 0. Multiply through by minus 1. So this can be positive. So this becomes n squared minus 12n plus 35 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic expression. So we'll solve this quadratically. Now multiply this. N squared times 35 is 35n squared. So the factors of 35 are 35 and 1, 7 and 5. So here what we need is minus 7 and minus 5. Minus 7n minus 5n will give us minus 12n. And when you multiply, we give you 35n squared. So we remove this and we plug in this. So it becomes n squared minus 7n minus 5n plus 35 is equal to 0. So we factorize now. N is common here. N into n squared is n, minus n into 7n is 7. Minus 5 is common here. Minus 5 into minus 5n is n. Minus times plus is minus. 5 into 35 is 7 equals 0. So n minus 5 equals 0, n minus 7 equals 0. So n is 5 or n is 7. Now to get m, we'll go back to equation 3. So substitute this into equation 3. So substitute for n into equation 3. Remember, equation 3 is m is equal to 12 minus n. So when n is equal to 5, m is 12 minus 5, which is equal to 7. And when n is equal to 7, m is 12 minus 7, which is equal to 5. So 12 plus the square root of 12 plus 2 root 35 is equal to root 7 plus, m is 7, n is 5, or vice versa, plus root 5 twice. So that's the answer. Now for the second question. The second question is 31 minus 4 root 21. Now for the second question, 31 minus 4 root 21. Let the square root of this equal to, let's use m and n also, root m minus, since it's minus, so root m minus root n. Then we square it. So this becomes 31 minus 4 root 21 is equal to root m minus root n. Let's write it twice because we'll be multiplying it out. Root m minus root n. So this becomes 31 minus 4 root 21. Root m times root m is m. Root m times minus root n is minus root mn. Minus root n times root m is minus root mn. Minus root n times minus root n is plus n. So this becomes 31 minus 4 root 21 is equal to m minus root mn minus root mn. That's minus 2 root mn plus n. So 31 minus 4 root 21 is m plus n minus 2 root mn. Now we compare both sides. So comparing both sides, we have 31 is equal to m plus n. That's m plus n is equal to 31. Equation 1. You see that's similar. Then let's compare the terms with the roots. Minus 4 root 21 is equal to minus 2 root mn. Now minus cancels out minus. 2 here is 1, 2 into 4 is 2. So that's 2 root 21 is equal to root mn. Now let's get rid of the square root. Now to get rid of the square root, let's square both sides. So when we square both sides, we have this is square, and this is 2 square. So 2 square is 4. The square cancels the root. We have times 21 is equal to the square cancels the root. We have mn. So mn is equal to 84. So let's call this equation 2. Equation 2. So from equation 1, m plus n is equal to 31. So m is equal to 31 minus n. So let's call this equation 3. Now we'll plug this into equation 2. So anywhere we see m, we'll replace it with 31 minus n. So this becomes 31 minus n. Bracket n is equal to 84. So expanding this, we have n times 31 is 31n minus n times n is n squared is equal to 84. So we have 31n minus n squared. Bring 84 to the left hand side, we have minus 84 is equal to 0. Rearranging, we have minus n squared plus 31n minus 84 is equal to 0. So multiply through by minus 1, we have n squared minus 31n plus 84 is equal to 0. So we can now factorize this. N squared times 84 is 84n squared. The factors here, factors of 84, two numbers which when you multiply will give you 84, and when you sum it up will give you minus 31. They are minus 28n and minus 3n, because 28n minus 28n times minus 3n will give you plus 84, plus 84n squared, and when you sum this up you have minus 31n. So this becomes n squared. You remove minus 31n and replace with this minus 28n minus 3n plus 84 is equal to 0. So let's group this like that. N is common here. N into n squared is n, minus n into 28n is 28, minus 3 is common here. Minus 3 into minus 3n is n, minus times plus is minus. 3 into 84 is 28 is equal to 0. So m minus 3 is equal to 0, m minus 28 is equal to 0. So m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 28. So what we'll do is we'll plug this into equation 3. Substitute this expression into equation 3. So substitute for n, sorry, this n, not m, this n. Substitute for n into equation 3. So this becomes m, equation 3 is m is equal to 31 minus n. So for n, sorry, this is n, not m. So for n is equal to 3. So this becomes m is equal to 31 minus 3. That's 28. And also for n is equal to 28. This becomes m is equal to 31 minus 28. That's m is equal to 3. So the square root of 31 minus 4 root 21, square root of 31 minus 4 root 21 is equal to root 28 minus root 3 twice. Thank you very much.